Hi, I'm Emily Guiver from Sleep Dream Sleep Coaching, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about sleep and your little one, in particular under fives. You might well have found that your child is struggling a bit more recently with their sleep, perhaps during the day, with napping if they're under 3, or going to sleep at night, or perhaps waking more frequently. And this is actually quite understandable because a lot has changed for them as it has for us, and their daytime routine has been turned upside down also. So they may well have been used to going to preschool, or if they're younger than that, they might have gone to classes or out with you or a childminder or a nanny to meet other friends and get out and about, and that's all changed for them, and we're all obviously at home a lot more. So it's really important to try to replicate as much as possible your child's daily routine and keep things as normal as possible. And if you didn't have much of a routine before, now is a really good time to perhaps look at getting a gentle one in place during the day, just so your child knows what to expect. So one of the things you can do is try to replicate their activities and give them lots of time to use up some of that energy that they need to burn off. So you could build them an obstacle course in the garden if you have one and the weather's nice enough, or even in the front room. So you could use cushions to climb over, chairs and tables to crawl under. Maybe you've got some old boxes that they can climb in and out of. You could give them treasure baskets to explore, so just find them lots of interesting household objects that they can have a look at and explore in their own time. Perhaps cycle these round, so refresh them each day with a few new ones, take some of the old ones out. Anything that's not too small to pose a choking hazard, but safe for them to use and explore. Maybe you could put some loud music on and have a dance around, use up some of that energy there. Even if they're not big enough to dance themselves, just hold them in your arms and spin them around. Perhaps you could do some kind of fun games, do some roughhousing, just using up some of that energy, trying to give them lots of opportunities for extra connection as well, which is really important. Because they do pick up on, tension around the house and around their adults, and it's understandable. We're all in a real state of unease and not really knowing what's going on. So any opportunity to connect with you and have fun, and for you as well to just let your hair down, try to relax, and enjoy your time with your children at home. So it's also really important to try and get fresh air and also exposure to bright sunlight during the day. So trying to get out either in the garden, like I said, if you have one, or out for a walk once a day. Just also because this will help with their sleeping at night as well, if you expose them to plenty of sunlight during the day. This helps with their circadian rhythm. So just trying to get out either in the pram or for a walk or on a scooter if they're old enough will all be really helpful. Then sticking to a really consistent bedtime evening routine will also be really helpful. So most people go for around a 7 o'clock bedtime for children in this age group. So for example, I would normally suggest that tea or dinner is around 5 o'clock, a couple of hours before bedtime. Give them time to let their dinner go down, but have their tea, and then factor in some quiet time. So ideally no screens after that time. Just some quiet, either puzzles or Lego, colouring, stories, just some quiet time before bath. Bath time between 6 and 6:15. The bedtime routine itself should only take between 30 and 45 minutes, so not too long. Bath time shouldn't either be too long, so 10 minutes is plenty time to have a bath and then get out. You could give them a massage or just some more quiet time and cuddles and stories, before aiming to get them into bed around 6:45 to slowly drift off to sleep by 7 o'clock. So during this time, it should be nice and calm and quiet. Keep the lights down low. It can be tricky with the clocks having changed to make sure their rooms are dark enough in the evening now. So you might need to use blackout blinds or foil, or even just cardboard at the window, enough to block out the light so that it's nice and dark in there. And any wakes during the night should be responded to in a very consistent and similar manner. So nice and low key, quiet, try not to put any lights on. If you do use any night lights or lights in the night, try to keep them red based if possible, or certainly as dim as possible. And respond to your child, reassure and soothe them, but get them straight back to bed as quickly as possible, with as little talking and interaction as possible really. Just keep things nice and calm and quiet, back to sleep. And then trying to make sure that they wake up around the same time every day is also really important to keep your daytime on a good routine and keep every day nice and predictable, as this will really help, particularly with younger ones who need some predictability in their daytime.